It's Halloween time, yay! To celebrate I will be revealing my costume. Everyone ready? Fine, I'll change it. Better? Alright then. Also, Inanimate Insanity Act 3 has been confirmed. Woohoo, Inanimate Insanity isn't over. Yes, it did not end that way. Well, to celebrate Inanimate Insanity still going, along with the Halloween season among us, let's discuss a spooky thing about Inanimate Insanity. Specifically Suitcase's hallucinations. Sorry Suitcase, hallucinations are difficult, but we are going to be ranking all your hallucinations. There are 6 hallucination scenes, so let's get started.
This can't be real.
It's perfectly understandable that you're a bit weirded out.
Who are you?
You must have been waiting for me phone to return for so long.
Me phone?
Yeah, most people wouldn't count this as a hallucination scene, but I am. I mean, her vision does get distorted with nickel balloon and fan getting bigger and losing their faces along with the spotlights on the characters she hasn't met yet, and her voice being suppressed. This one happens when Suitcase doesn't feel real, which was pretty sad. This scene does a great job at making Suitcase not feel real. It's ranked last because her other hallucinations scenes are way more complex, but this is still a well done scene. This one has some really great parts. Suitcase hearing voices of all her problems. Then some tentacles holding her down underwater. That's pretty scary if you think about it. This sequence is pretty short though. Just Suitcase hearing things and then tentacles grabbing her. The tentacles do look creepy since they're all black. It's most likely a manifestation of Suitcase's worries. Well done scene.
Careful which way you go. Careful.
What?
The path you take is the choice you make. But how do you know which path is fake?
What? Who is that?
Who to trust? Who to follow? Is the bond solid, or is it hollow?
I don't know. What do you think?
Suitcase? Who are you talking to?
That voice! Didn't you hear that voice?
The first hallucination Suitcase ever got. Man. And it's a pretty terrifying one. With me phone's voice beginning to distort and Suitcase's anxiety beginning to talk to her while the walls of the maze start to close in on her. And as the walls close in on her, everything seems to be gone, she's just in space. As her anxieties start to talk to her more and she's just scared. That's actually really scary. More scary than the thought of Grassy winning Teapot. Yeah, I have to stop scaring myself with horrifying thoughts. Pretty good hallucination scene. It may be the first, but it holds up pretty well. Unsettling stuff.
Hello! Allow me to guide you to your goal.
Oh.
This one is somewhat short, but I still like it a lot. Suitcase begins hearing whispers. The spikes on top of the cave form faces, some spooky eyes and mouths, and they grin chanting to her. Then they fall towards her. Suitcase flinches, but she is brought back to reality. The hallucination hasn't stopped though. As Suitcase walks along, reality begins to distort. Instead of being in a cave, it appears Suitcase is now on the boardwalk with the water. The boardwalk must be a traumatic place for Suitcase, which explains why it's there. That's actually really sad. In the last moments, a shadow figure appears in front of her. She is brought back to reality once again. Was spooky in the beginning, and remained interesting in the end.
I think there's a mystery.
Suitcase? Are you going to keep sitting there?
This one was animated beautifully. As Suitcase finishes up her work, she begins hearing voices, then suddenly a crack starts to form on the ground. Every time a crack happens, all color is gone and is just black and white. The cracks shake Suitcase, as if she were in an earthquake. The cracks lead up to her. Then she begins to be disturbed and everything just falls apart. I think the ending was great, where test tube is just bringing Suitcase back to reality, and she is just trembling on the ground. While short, it was still well done. Animation was superb and it was pretty spooky.
Knife? God!
You do realize they only care about you when there's something you can give to them, right?
You know, I was doing just fine without you.
Balloon! I don't know when it happened, but I'm glad you're accepted.
Don't you realize I don't need you anymore?
No, you're not real.
Come on, Suitcase, you idiot! None of us are!
We never were. We're just fakes of fakes.
I thought you were smarter than this.
Okay, show's over. You're done.
It can't be. It can't end like this.
Suitcase? Suitcase! Suitcase! Come on, you still with me?
At number 1 is the most recent hallucination scene, in Act 2 of the movie. The hallucination begins when Knife walks up to Suitcase, but unexpectedly rips her in half. Obviously Knife did not do this in real life, so Suitcase is hallucinating. So now she is underwater. Wow, this is the second hallucination where she is underwater. She sinks in the water until Balloon starts telling her that he doesn't need her. Suitcase tries reassuring herself that this isn't real. But it backfires. Because now other characters are reminding her that they aren't real. As she sinks slower and lower in the water, my phone pops up telling her that she's done. As Suitcase pleads while freaking out about everything ending, she snaps out of it. Well done sequence. This is unlike anything we've ever seen before and I thought it was done perfectly. Well, that's enough exploitation of our schizophrenic friend. Let's hope her mental health heals. Anyways, that's my ranking of the hallucination scenes. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, por favor. Happy Halloween and goodbye.